Hello, welcome back to a new vlog. So there have been so many new releases come out lately, and so many of them I am hella keen to get to and read. But unfortunately, a lot of new releases just I don't get around to them because all the hype's there, but I've got other plans. I'm trying to read other things for different things. So then I don't get around to the new releases that I'm really excited for. And then all of a sudden it's up to the next one coming out and I still need to read the one before it. So for this week's vlog, I've decided that we're going to read some of these new releases that I have been wanting to read and just haven't gone to yet. And we're going to, make sure that we stay on top of things. So for the first book we're going to read, it's going to be Broken Dove by Dani Francis. I really enjoyed Silver Elite last year and I cannot wait to get back into this world and sort of see how it all goes. I have gone and read a little refresher thing to sort of familiarize myself with where we left off. And now I'm ready to go and to get this. I have the audiobook as well as the digital book. I definitely need to get my hands on a physical copy. I don't even think I got a physical one of Silver Elite because it was right when I was packing up my books. So I didn't really bother. I stopped getting things. So I'm I've got to move all this. I can't keep buying books if I'm moving it all. So I'm pretty sure I don't own Silver Elite, but I'm also really scared to go and buy a copy of it just in case it is sitting in a box somewhere. So I don't know how I'm going to solve that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't get one. But I might look around, see if anyone, I don't know if Silver Elite came out with any sprayed edges or anything like that. So I'm going to have a look to see if I can find a copy because I really enjoyed it. So it is within my rules of ones that I'm happy to purchase. And because I enjoyed the first one, I then buy the second one because I like having full series on my shelves. But anyway, that's getting sidetracked. I'm going to get into reading this book because I cannot wait. So stay tuned. Hello, good morning. So I'm moving on to my next book and I'm picking up Bloodbound by Ellis Hunter. I've heard a lot about this book but don't actually know what it's about. So I'm looking forward to finding out. There has been just a lot of talk about it and a lot of hype. So I'm really interested to see what it's about. So the back says, Astrid has always known she is destined to die. She is the last Narkstern witch and heir to the queendom of Arteria. That doesn't sound right. This is why I listen to the audiobook so I can pick up the pronunciation. Cursed to duel her rival from the kingdom of Vatra for the source of all magic. She only has her familiar, her potions, and her wits to aid her. Her opponent, Prince Zyran, has a massive hell-damed dragon. She's going to die, and the chance to cure the blight ravaging her queendom will die with her. Okay, sounds cool. Sounds like there's dragons. I think this is the start of a series. I don't think it's a standalone. I kind of hope it's not a standalone. I've had some not great success with standalones lately. Let's see. Okay, it is in a series. The next book's coming out next year. I just don't know how many are in it because Storygraph isn't great. It's one of my pet peeves with Storygraph is it only ever has the next book in there as untitled. Even if it's been announced that it's a trilogy or something like that, it'll just have the next one and wait for that. Anyway, I'm going to get started and see what I think, and I will speak to you all later. Hello. So I have started the, Agnes Orbit's Mystical Cat Shelter. I needed an audiobook because this morning I had a whole lot of tasks to do on the computer, so I just wanted an audiobook. Yes, I'm still reading Bloodbound. and I am a quarter of the way through this one. It is taking me a little bit to read just because I don't have the audiobook to read as well, so it's only while I can physically read it, which means that I can't be driving or anything like that. So it is taking me a little bit longer to get through this one, but I am really, really enjoying it. I want to I'm currently on sprints, so in the next sprint I want to go back and physically read some of this as well. But I just need an audiobook to get through some of the stuff I was doing. So I decided to pick up my next book, which is obviously The Cat Shelter. I'm currently 15% in because I did start it in the first sprint and forgot to vlog beforehand. But so far so good. And I will check back in when I'm 25%, which will be at the end of this sprint. And yeah, I just wanted to update you. Okay, I'm doing this without my microphone, so hopefully it's still good enough audio, but I am now over halfway into Agnes Orbert's Mystical Cat Shelter, and so far I'm liking it. It's a very cozy, easy read. To me, I would classify it as a contemporary book with fantastical elements. Like, yes, there's magic happening, but really it's kind of like a little romance with cat adoption. I don't know. Like, this majority of the story would still make sense without the magic. It would just slightly be changed. I don't know. Anyway, it's fun. I'm liking it. I'm not overly loving it. But I felt the same way about Emily Wilde's books. So, like, I like them, and I I do recommend them. They're fine. I'm enjoying it. I'm just not raving it. At the moment, it's sitting at 3.5 stars. Because I am liking it. And I was having this discussion on sprints. I hate that 3 stars gets such a bad rap. 3 stars means I liked it. And that I think others will like it too. It just doesn't mean I loved it. And I think for me to love a book, I need it to go either way a bit more. Like, it needs to be more fantasy or it needs to be more contemporary romance. But at the moment, it's this weird blend that I enjoy. I find them nice palate cleansers. So, yeah. Anyway, I got like a minute before this sprint ends. I have an hour and a half left of the book. So I'm just going to keep doing sprints until I finish it. And yeah. Okay, I'll check back in when I have finished it. Hello, so I just want to update you. I am now 27% of the way into Bloodbound. I finally got a copy of it, orderly as well, so I'm now immersively reading it and absolutely loving it. I am really excited to see where the characters go, and I'm hoping that we're going to get more interaction between the two girls and that things will happen like between them. But so far it's sort of like just still setting the scene and sort of laying out the world, which I'm really intrigued by, like having this sort of magical power in the middle of the two warring kingdoms and getting, having to fight till the death for the rulership over that. So really looking forward to seeing where this goes. And yeah, I'm just absolutely loving it so far. And it's telling me that I've got like 7.5 hours left, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to sit and read it all day because I have a meeting in an hour. So I'm going to have some lunch and read and then do my meeting. And then hopefully I'll finish that early enough that I can keep going for a bit. And then drive home and I don't know. I'll see how I'm going. I don't think I'll finish it today. I would love to stay up and finish it today, but I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like such an old woman when I say stuff like that. Back in the day when I was like doing all-nighters for reading. But now it's just like I have too much stuff going on each day that I can't afford to like spend all night reading too. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, that's all my update is. Loving it so far.
Press the backs of our hands together. It's still wet.
So I'm 50%, well, just over 50% of my way through an Arcane study of stars, and so far really enjoying it. Some stuff has happened, and I'm not quite sure where it's leading to. Like, it's talking about breaking up with not breaking up with characters, but like breaking friendships and stuff like that. There's a lot going on. So I'm sort of waiting for a big like plot twist to happen, but I'm also like trying to remind myself that this is a standalone, so a lot does need to happen. And I think that that's just a part of it. Is I am so used to reading series, especially for fantasies, that I now really struggle to read a standalone fantasy because I just feel like there is so much going on that it just feels crammed, and I want to spend more time like fleshing everything out. It can't happen as much in a standalone, but I'm enjoying it. I am listening to the audiobook now because I had an issue with my Kindle and I took it off airplane mode to try and fix it instead of just restarting it. And when I restarted it, it fixed, but it meant that I lost my hold on it. So it's kind of annoying, but anyway. So yes, I'm just listening to it. I am at 59% and really enjoying it. I want to get back into like the nightmare world and things like that. And like, I don't know, there's a girl's death. There's like gods that have gone missing. I just want to know what is going on. Like, it is just a lot. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm worried that because there's so much going on that I am starting to tune out with the audiobook. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more focused. I'm currently doing reading sprints. So in the next sprint, I definitely want to like lock in and really try and get into it. It's telling me about almost 4 hours to go. So yeah, I'll finish it at some point today. Also, I finished all my turtles. They're really cute. Okay, gotta go. Hello. So I finished an Arcane study of stars by Sydney J. Shields on my way to the studio. And so I just wanted to touch base and let you know what my overall thoughts were. And basically, I think it should have been a duology. Most of my complaints about the book would have been solved by having more time and just being able to go a bit more in depth with everything. Whether it's the relationship between the characters, the magic system itself, and like the study of astrology and everything like that, and like getting to learn about all the different types of magic, the evil twist, like the plot twist and the defeating of the villainous characters in this. It all could have done with more time. It just felt really rushed. Yeah. So I don't know where I'm sitting. I don't know. It's like, it's more than a 3.5, but it's not a 4. And I'm not one to like doing 7.5s and everything like that. But that's like where I would put it, because I don't think I would say that I loved the book, but I did really, really enjoy it. I wish it was a duology and just broken up. Like when they find out who that person is that's causing all the issues, cut it there, have a book 2, and then go into like the big bad or whatever. So yeah, I'm working out how to like solve it. So I think I'm going to rate it a 3.5 because I don't think I enjoyed it as much as if I'm comparing it to other 4 stars that I've been giving, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as them. It was just, I really liked it, but I didn't love it. Yeah. But I really enjoyed the relationship between Claudia and Cass. Although it did get confusing because, again, there just wasn't that much time to develop the whole, like, they were rivals to lovers sort of thing. So, yeah. Okay, that's my thoughts. I'm just going to keep coming around back to the fact that it was rushed. I didn't have enough time with it. I know Sydney J. Shields has written The Honey Witch, and I'm pretty sure that was a standalone as well. So I'm wondering if she only writes standalones. I haven't actually looked into it. Maybe I should. Because I would definitely be interested to see what a series by her is like. No, it's just those two. So I am tempted to pick up The Honey Witch at some point, although I'm pretty sure I did hear the same sort of things. Although that one might be... I don't know. Now that I'm looking at the reviews of people that I share interest with, I'm like, maybe it won't be for me. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I will be moving on to Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen for my next book. I will be picking this up digitally. I think I might just cave and use my Spotify hours, even though I don't have enough hours for the entire book. So I'm going to have to like manage what I listen to and be like creative. I generally do like the first so many chapters listening or like immersively, and then I'll go to just physically reading or digitally reading, whatever. And then I'll try and end it with the audiobook as well and do immersive for the finish. Although sometimes that gets a little skewy with driving around. But I think I will start my drive home tonight by listening to it, which I'm very excited about. So yes, I'm so excited for this. I'm scared because I have heard mixed reviews about it, but I'm excited. So yeah, that's my update. Okay, hello. I am now 21. I'm 25% of the way into Fury Bound, and I am really liking it. I am getting the same like brooding vibes of Stark that I love, and what else? Just Marin and her trying to do good, but things get fucked up, really. I don't know how else to describe that. Sorry, I'm trying to open my soup container. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. I am eager to see how the characters develop and sort of get through everything that's happening. Obviously I can't say too much because it's book 2. But so far, really enjoying it. I did listen to a little bit of it on Spotify because that's the only place that I have access to the audiobook at the moment, because it's another couple of weeks wait for my library hold. But I don't have enough to listen to all of it on there, so I have been, the last couple of chapters I've read or like digitally on its own, and so I want to work out when I can go back to listening to it as well, or I might just listen to it as I'm driving and sort of just work it out from there. I do have a meeting later today. I mean, it's actually not that late. It's like in like 2 hours. So I'm just going to have some lunch now, and then I need to go and pick up some bench seats from the shop around here, and then I'll make my way to the studio. So I'll have all that travel time to listen to it. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying it so far, which I thought I would because I really loved book 1. But I was like, and I'm still hesitant because of so many people saying that they didn't like it or they had issues with it. So I'm just trying to go in with positive attitude and hopefully I keep up my enjoyment of it. But yes, at 25% now, gonna have some food and then hit the road. Hello. So I am 50% of the way into Furybound, which is book 2 in the Diabound series. And so far I am really enjoying it. I don't know if I'm enjoying it as much as I enjoyed book 1, but so far so good with this because I was quite skeptical given that there are so many mixed reviews on people loving it or not liking it. So I'm glad I'm at least really enjoying my time in this world again, and I am liking how things are evolving and everything. It's a hell of a transformation that she's going through, let's just say that, to go from where she was to where she is. And yeah, it's an interesting journey. But so far enjoying it. I don't know what else I can really say because it's book 2. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm getting my way through it, enjoying it. And, yeah, I love the characters. I love Stark, and I love the development between Meryn and Anissa. I think that's how you pronounce it. The direwolf. So I'm starting to see the connections of the past and the history and how that is all coming about, and getting to know Anissa a bit more too. So, yes. All right, I want to get back into this because I am enjoying it. So I'm going to get to reading, and I'll check in when I'm done. Okay, I have some fixing up to do. So I realize as I'm editing this vlog that I failed to do half of the check-ins. I'm so annoyed at myself. I thought I was all over it. I thought I had everything done, but turns out I didn't, and I had left some things off. So let's go back over what I had read and my thoughts on it. So first up, we had Broken Dove. I really enjoyed this. I loved being back in this world. I thought it was such a great second book, and I'm so excited to see where the series goes. I gave this a 4.5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, I don't think it's a 5 stars. I think I'm going to stick with my 4.5. I was sort of like leaving it a bit and just seeing how my thoughts and everything developed over time. But yes, now that it's been some time, I think I'm going to leave it at 4.5 stars. But I really enjoyed it. It was such a great second book. I see what all the hype for this second book was. And yeah, I'm so glad I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed this more than book 1. Probably. Book 1 I read at a time when I read a lot of really good romantasy first books, and I think it got overshadowed because I think I read it at around the same time that I read Diabound, and I loved Diabound, so everything else just ended up not quite hitting the mark in comparison. But yeah, for this, it was great. So 4.5 stars for Broken Dove. Then the first one I finished was Agnes Orbert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. This one I enjoyed. I think I did do a wrap-up. No, actually, I don't think I did. I liked it. I find all Heather Fawcett books that, I like them, I just don't love them. So they're a great, cozy read. They're really easy. They're a nice palate cleanser. But it's not something that, I'm drawn to. Yeah, it's just, I enjoyed it. So for me, I think I'm going to give it a 3.5 stars. That way I liked it, but it wasn't like I'm loving the book. But did I enjoy it more than Arcane Study of Stars, which I gave 3.5 stars as well? It's so hard because I'm like, when you compare them to what you give other things, I'm like, maybe it is a 4 star. No, I think I'm going to stick to 3.5 because going by my ruling of liking it for a 3-star, loving it for a 4-star, I wasn't in love with it. Just, they're great. I don't know. I feel like Heather Fawcett books for me are just a cozy, simple read, but it's nothing that I would ever consider rereading or anything like that. So 3.5 stars for Agnes Orbitt's Mystical Cat Shelter. Still a fun read. Still think people should read it though. Then Bloodbound. I really, really liked Bloodbound. I liked the 2 girls. I liked them, like how it was all done and the issues and the everything that they had to face. I like the idea of like the having to fight to the death and things like that. Like, that's a scary thing to put on someone, knowing that you are basically born to die, which that's what she was. She was born knowing that she was going to die. And that's crazy. So I really liked how that goes. I am so keen for the next one. I hate that I have to wait for it. And so I am giving this a 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. It was so good. I did struggle a little bit to get into it because I could only physically read it, and that just meant that I couldn't read it as much as I wanted. Like, that was the only downside to physically reading that, was I just wanted to keep going while I was driving and doing other things, and I just couldn't. So as soon as I got my audiobook for it, it was just gung-ho. Yeah. And I think that's part of why I forgot to do the check-ins, because I was then like, yes, I can read it, and I just demolished it. So, yes. And then you saw that I did do a check-in when I finished an Arcane Study of Stars. Again, that one, it was fine. I just wish it was a duology, 3.5 stars. And then the last book I read for this vlog was Furybound, and I really enjoyed it. I am giving it a 4.5 stars. I think because I went into it knowing, like, to prepare myself, like, that everyone else had said that it wasn't great compared to the first book, and going into it knowing that and having low expectations for it, I think then allowed me to have a better enjoyment of the book. I think it's always hard when you go into a book expecting it to be a 5 stars and it never lives up to that. So I think going in the opposite way, I was predicting with what everyone was going to, like, with what everyone was saying, that it would maybe be a 3.5, 4 stars for me. And I had a great time reading it. I enjoyed it. I definitely see what some of the issues are that people are saying. And yes, there are some things that I'm like, that didn't need to be like that. But all in all, it does suffer a little bit of second book syndrome. But I'm hoping book 3 comes out smashing it. I am so looking forward to where this is going and seeing how Marion steps up into her role. And now that the second half of the book, she started to get her autonomy back and things like that, and her character back. So now that she's finding herself again and really stepping into her role, seeing what she can actually do. And I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah. All in all, I had a really good reading time with all these books, and I'm so glad that I finally got around to them all, because I was so hesitant in picking them up, but definitely glad I picked them up. And yeah, that is it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. So sorry about not doing these check-ins as I was going. I thought I did. That's all I can say. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Take it for a ride.